making any decision at all is way better than not making one at all. Welcome back to the Junior Mints podcast. My name is Finn Lawler. I'm your host for the show. This podcast is here to help you guys navigate this crazy thing called life while helping you guys do your best to have fun at the same time. Life is hard, I get it, so I'm here to help you guys out in any way I can. So, this episode today is going to be a little bit different. I'm mainly going to be talking to the men on this one. But ladies, you're more than welcome to listen as well. Everyone is welcome here. Everybody. Now, what we are going to be talking about is how you as a man can be more assertive. Now, whether you're single or you're with somebody, this will apply to all aspects of your life. Plus, I think being assertive is not a bad thing. I frankly could be more assertive myself, so we're learning together. We're going to learn how to be more assertive together. Now, the term assertive in this case simply means to take charge. This could be a number of things, anything from being a leader to making all the important decisions in your life, taking action, so to speak. I know there are guys out there who aren't really sure of things, so they let other people do it for them. I was one of those guys. Heck, I still have my moments of being one of those guys. But there's nothing really wrong with being one of these guys. The thing I want to teach you guys is how to take charge of your own life, decisions, and your time. Time is your biggest and most valuable asset. You can get more money back, you can get more friends, but you cannot, let me repeat that, you cannot get more friends back, or get more time back, excuse me. So be assertive with your time and use it wisely. After all, time is money. Like I said, let me rephrase that. You can get more friends, you can get more money, but you cannot get more time back. Time is valuable. Remember that. If there's anything that you take away from this episode about being more assertive as a man, time is limited, so use it wisely. Being assertive, back on track here, also means being more confident in your decision making. For example, let's say someone asks you, I don't know, where you want to eat for dinner. Instead of saying, I don't care, and I don't know, you could say, let's eat here, or I think this place sounds good. It's basically all part of knowing what you want for dinner in this case. For example, I was dating somebody a while ago, and they asked me, hey, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know. It's like, well, that doesn't help, because rather than me saying, I don't know, I could have said, hey, let's go to, I don't know, the ice rink or something, right? Like, it's about being confident in your decision making and knowing what you want. We'll get into that more in a second. Of course, if you're unsure of what you want, either out of life or for dinner, I recommend that you count to 3, literally say 1, 2, 3, and then think of something right then and there. Making any decision at all is way better than not making one. Trust me, let me say that one more time. Making any decision at all is way better than not making one at all. Did you catch that? And another way, that you can be assertive is by being a leader. I said this before, rather than a follower. Being a follower is not bad. For example, a lot of us follow God and Jesus. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how being a leader is more important. Just as a man, not as a follower. I'm getting off track. For example, if you're married and have kids, you are essentially the leader and provider of your family. Now, I know not all families are like this. Some women are the leaders in this scenario, but you get the idea. Stereotypically, the fathers in this case are the leaders of the families, which means they help make the important decisions and they help provide, I should say, for the rest of the family. The mother can do this too. It's not just one or the other. But stereotypically, the men are like the leaders of the family, at least biblically, and part of the nuclear family. But those are things that you did not need to know. Anyway, one thing I will caution you as men is to be careful about what society tells you as being an assertive man. I mean, I feel like our modern society has, misconstrued what it means to be assertive. Many men these days are being, so discouraged because they're not being assertive enough. What? Forget what society tells you and use your best judgment. You should be believing what your God tells you rather than what society tells you. You know? Take charge of your own life. Just forget what society says. Society is full of BS. Yeah. The only thing that you need to be taking charge of, there are three things. First thing is your time. The second thing, your decisions. And the third thing, and probably the most important thing, your finances. I would say these are the top three things that you as a man or woman, whoever you are, need to take charge of. Like, there are others that you need to be taking charge of, but these three that I just mentioned, your time, your finances, and your decisions, are the top three that you need to be focusing on. Overall, being more assertive, whether you're a man, woman, or whatever, can make your life better. It gives you a clear direction on what you want. It structures your day. It levels out and it cancels out, quite frankly, the levels of uncertainty that you could be facing, whether it be like deciding on what you want for lunch, what you're going to do today, who you're going to hang out with, those sort of things. So it just makes your life better because it provides clarity, right? Remember, though, life is tough. And this kind of goes back to what I was saying just a second ago. It's up to you to make your best and use your best judgment when it comes to navigating this crazy thing called life. And it's up to you to just think critically. If there's one thing I can tell you on this podcast is to just think critically and really think about what you're about to do. Life is tough and you need to navigate it somehow. So just tough it through, keep it going, use your best judgment, and just trust your instinct, basically. Anyway, hopefully all that made sense. This has been the Junior Mints podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. If you'd enjoyed today's episode, please drop a like and subscribe down below for more content. And we will see you guys in the next episode.